welcome back to the Tarot Bee. I'm Debbie. I'm here with your tarot reading for the 6th of November 2022. We're going to give the cards a shuffle. What message do we have for today for the 6th of November? What messages, advice, guidance do we have from Spirit today for the 6th of November? Okay, coming up then. Oops. Oh, a lot of ones fall out. Too many. What do we have? Starting us off, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is seeing growth in a situation. Okay, the initial seeds have been planted and a situation is growing. We're seeing a brand new start. We're seeing something blossoming. It could be a romance that's blossoming. The hard work is starting to pay off for us. There is still a little more work that needs to be done, but this is growth and it's some form of accomplishment in a situation. Bringing us into this situation today is the Five of Pentacles. So we're coming to this place from a place of need, of want, of desperation, of despair. It could be a financial loss or it could be emotional loss that's brought with it this feeling of being out in the cold, of desperation, of needing. The Page of Wands is coming in now. Future energy card. Page of Wands brings with him good news, a playfulness energy, curious, eager to learn. You know, this is the student card of the deck. This is investments starting to pay off. Again, a very similar message. But some good news is coming your way. Something is paying off for you, you know. If you've been applying for jobs, you're going to hear something back about a job. You've been putting in a lot of hard work and effort anyway, and it will be coming in. It will be coming in, this good news that you've been waiting for. There's an optimistic attitude to love as well. So this could be about putting in the effort in a relationship and that paying off. What have we got clarifying our Five of Pentacles? What is clarifying that today is 6th of November. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles really is the opposite of this Five, because this is abundance, it's wealth. It's someone really financially stable, usually quite independent, somebody on their own, somebody who knows the worth. It could be that you want to get back to this place, that you've been here before and you want to get back to this place. You're struggling. You've been struggling. You're used to being very independent financially, but for some reason, it's led to a loss. We realise we need to make changes. The Fives are about change, and we're realising in order to complete a cycle, we need to make changes. Somebody's definitely worked hard in the past and has achieved great success in the past. We've got the Judgment coming through to clarify our Seven of Pentacles. So the Judgment is about reevaluating our situation. And I see somebody doing that. I see you reevaluating your goals, your purpose. You know, it's an awakening. You've awakened to new ideas, new concepts, new way of thinking. Clarifying the Page of Wands, we've got the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a really courageous energy. It's persevering. It's fighting for what you believe in. It's having courage to go for it. You know, the Page of Wands goes for it. They're really enthusiastic. This is about fending off competition to get to this place. This is a real strong will and a focus on winning. If this is about a relationship, then I do see somebody being on their own, being left out on their own. So perhaps a partner leaving and you being on your own. But then you then seem to get a new chance, whether it's with this person or a new person. New romance would be looking good. The Page of Wands, I see then about somebody coming in, communicating with you. And this, you know, what the hard work you've been putting in is paying off. And you working through problems in a relationship together, working through them positively, communicating a lot better. Any other messages, guidance, advice for today? We've got the Chariot. So this is movement. It's movement away from being isolated. It's much more positive. It's a victory. It's being in control of change, in control of your destiny. There's great power, being driven by the great power behind you. Motivation. We're seeing the Hangman, so this is taking a new perspective. Yeah, so when we are making some changes, we're reevaluating, we're looking at things with a new perspective. There's a spiritual awakening. There's a spiritual growth here. You're listening to your intuition. You're going with your gut feelings. You're doing a lot more listening. You're taking a lot more notice of what's going on around you, of your options. You're reviewing your options. The Hangman surrenders. It sacrifices. Something's had to be sacrificed in the past, whether that's been an old relationship, you know, and you've had to go out there on your own. You've had to be very patient, you know, this is slow growth. But with these two cards, the Chariot and the Hangman, you are relinquishing some control. That's what's really significant here. You're relinquishing control over your life, over your relationships, or it could even be your career. Whatever it is, you are now in firm control. You may have decided to leave a relationship for the better. But the Hangman, he lets go. You know. Letting go of what is no longer serving us, which is not bringing us this financial abundance. You know, not bringing the material successes in. Old ideas. Somebody is definitely taking back the control. They've awakened to the truth. They're re-evaluating. The Three of Swords is coming in. This is loss. So somebody has suffered a heartbreak, a bereavement, some deep pain to get here. So this is starting again after this loss, which we see here with the Five of Pentacles. It's very painful ending for someone. severing ties, feeling very isolated. Something ran its course. You had to let go. And the Three of Swords is here to remind us we have to let go. We have to take back this control. We have to surrender, sacrifice. We have to make the sacrifices where we have to. So some big life decisions I see with this read today. I'm seeing that you could have lost some independence in this relationship as well. Perhaps someone was controlling with you. Because you've really had to persevere to get over this pain. But I do see you looking forward much more optimistically about your future. Any more messages, guidance, advice for today, for the 6th of November? We're seeing the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is your happily ever after. It's a perfect, balanced, harmonious relationship. I'm going to clarify that with the King of Cups reversed. So this is emotional turmoil. This is someone's world has been turned upside down by this loss, this separation, because you've had to sever these ties for whatever reason. But what I see with the King of Cups is a very manipulative person. It is a very controlling person, very vindictive. Someone who's very insecure emotionally, very emotionally immature. Someone who's quite defensive. So on the surface, this may have seemed like domestic bliss, perfect relationship, but it wasn't that. For whatever reason, somebody wasn't emotionally available in whatever way, whether that was an abusive person, controlling. You lost your independence with this person. They took that away from you. That is a really strong message. And now you've had to reevaluate your life. You've had to purge. You had to start again. The Page of Wands starts again, but does so enthusiastically, does so having worked really hard, having fought off competition, fought battles, defended themselves, victory in defending themselves. The Tower. So the Tower kind of overshadows this whole reading now for us. This has been a massive wake-up call for someone. Massive wake-up call. Your world has been completely destroyed by someone. It's brought it all crashing right down. You've been at square one. You've felt at square one all over again. In need, desperate. Someone's walls have completely come crashing down. This harmonious, this lovely, what you thought on the surface, like I say, was domestic bliss, this perfect, happy relationship. No, I think you may have even found out some home truths about somebody. Certainly, sort of not a nice character around with this King of Cups in reverse as well as that Tower. I see dramatic change and a big upset. big upset. I do think it is about love, today's reading. I do think that you've had to start again, that you're in that place where you're like, what do I do now with my life? And you're working really hard, you're working hard on yourself to try and get yourself back to this place of where you were probably before this relationship, because I do see a very independent, wealthy, abundant person, successful. But the major changes that's come in, you feel like you're back at square one. You feel like you have to fend off some competition somewhere. And that's like your current situation, you know, because your future cards is like the early stage. Somebody in a very early stage, like I say, like a student, where you start to see investments paying off. But it's a very, you know, it's such an enthusiastic, playful energy that will get there, and somebody who has fought, because it does look like you have been through a very, very traumatic situation. And you're basically having to start from scratch. Let's see if I can get some advice from angels. What angel card have we got? We're seeing sensitivity, Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honour yourself and your feelings. So that's feeding into yesterday's reading a little bit. It's a dark period for someone, a very dark period. So make sure you are looking after yourself, make sure you're taking time for yourself, and you are reflecting. You are considering your own needs above everybody else's. Anything from the universe. We have, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation and stillness. So again, we could feed this in from yesterday, couldn't we? That this is about taking time for yourself, being in that meditative state, self-healing. Taking some power, taking some hope from the love that is around you. You still have a love around you, friends, family. You can go within as well, and you've always got that to go as your backup. But you must heal from this trauma before you can start moving forward. You must do that work. That work must be on yourself, to purge, to surrender, to take back control, to relinquish control of your life. That's your message for today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.